Welcome to another epic battle. In this one, the allies are trying to take the beach and destroy the Germans' fortification. Over here, the Germans have a first line of infantry. They have the hills full of German units, and they also have artillery on top of the hills so that the shots from the beach landing are not gonna destroy them. They need to get closer because stray shots are gonna be everywhere. In the rear we have almost 700,000 German gunners as backup, and the last line of defense consists of Panzers, elite German troops, and lastly another bunch of artillery. Let's see how this goes, and please subscribe to help this channel grow and help me make more videos. Straight from the start we can see the units are pushing towards the first line of German defenses. Right now no shots are being fired, but we can see in the distance the artillery shots are coming, and we can see they are taking down a lot of allied units. The artillery shots are gonna be a huge problem for the tanks, especially because of their long range and the damage. Straight from the start we can see some shots on the German lines, especially from the Shermans. They are creating some gaps in the line that is very useful for the allied units. The soldiers have begun attacking in the meantime. The Germans are resisting, especially on the sides where there are no Sherman tanks. We can see a lot of them going down really fast. We don't think that this first line is gonna hold much, but let's see how we are with casualties on the allied sides. Of course we can see a lot of dead units on the ground, and we can see them flying through there because of the artillery shots that keep on coming. The German units receive the command to attack because standing in a line they will be overwhelmed, and in this way they will be able to take down more allied units. They are trying to push, but of course the allies have the numbers on their side and they are pushing at a rather steady pace. Unfortunately, the artillery shots are amazing at taking down a lot of the allied units at once. We can see that over here a lot of the allied units are flying in the air. They are being obliterated by the German artillery. Hopefully the Shermans will break through and will get to the base of the hill where the bulk of the German forces awaits them. Over here we have the last group of the first line of defense. They are being annihilated by the allied troops, but they also do some damages on the allied side. The Allies managed to annihilate the first line of German defenses, and they are pushing towards the base of the hill. Already over here we see fights taking place between the Germans that are stationed on the top of the hill and on every place they could find. We'll see if this is gonna be enough to deter the 3 million allied units. The artillery continue to fire and deal massive damage to the allied units. We can see in the distance the shots that are being fired by the artillery, and of course the units are flying to the air. Fortunately, some artillery is going down because of the Allied fire. Do we have any more German, Sherman tanks? There are still some tanks on the battlefield, around 20. The Allies are at the bottom of the hill. They are pushing. The German gunners, the reserves that I was talking about in the beginning, received their command to fortify the positions and push the Allies back, because the German soldiers on their own won't be able to do that. We can see the millions of Allied troops coming towards the base of the hill. Will they be able to push? We'll see that in a second. We see German units falling down. They are taking heavy casualties, filling the hill with blood, while the Allies try to keep on pushing. They are being attacked from everywhere. Right now they couldn't push forward towards the top of the hill, but the Germans receive extraordinary casualties and they are falling down at the bottom of the hill. We can see that happening everywhere. Some positions hold better than others. We see over here the German gunners coming to fortify the positions, trying to push back the Allies, and that's happening all over the place. We can see the swarms of German gunners trying to reinforce the hill. In the meantime, over here we have a situation. The Allies, the British and the US soldiers managed to push on top of the hill, but they are receiving huge amount of damage from the German gunners' reinforcements. Hopefully they are going to keep pushing the Allies. We can see a lot of fire being done. Everybody's shooting towards the hill, but are they doing any damage? Ooh, we have British troops on top of the hill. They are attacking the German infantry. They are putting bullets into every German infantry. We can see some units being stuck in the walls. Typical. Everybody in the bunker is dead. Unfortunately, the units are being split. They had to take this part of the hill as well. Now they have a safe passage to get the hill, and they begin flanking the German units. This is a good thing for the Allies, because in the middle the German gunners are swarming the Allies, and are they pushing them back or not? Right now it seems they are holding their ground. They are everywhere. Situation is not that good in the middle of the map. We can see here some Allies trying to take the hill, but they are being annihilated by the German soldiers and their backups. This small crevice is not helping, because only a few soldiers can get up that hill this way. Situation is not looking good on this big opening as well. We have a lot of Germans pushing back the Allies. Over here the middle is full of German gunners. The same over here. The Germans have the high ground. The Allies need to push, but they are unable to get a foothold. Over here things are looking, let's say, balanced. The Allies are getting on top of the hill. They are doing a lot of damage, but they are also taking casualties. In the meantime, in the next big opening, unfortunately, we see the Germans pushing back the Allied troops. Hopefully, on the other side of the map, the things are reversed, so that the Allies will be able to flank the Germans from the east and the west. We already saw the other side of the map is being taken by the soldiers, the Allied soldiers. Unfortunately, over here we still have artillery, which are doing a lot of damage on the US soldiers, because that's the majority of them over here. A few are British soldiers, but the majority are US soldiers in this part. On this small crevice, we see some gains, small gains. Hopefully they are gonna be able to take down some German artillery, as we saw one going down. That's gonna be helpful in the long term. Let's check back the situation overall. Not looking so good on the middle. Everybody's trying to push everybody else back. Fortunately, there aren't that many German gunners. Over here we can see the Allies are taking the hill, which is an awesome news. We have a lot of the German gunners going down. Over here things are looking actually better for the Germans. They still have a lot of numbers on their side, but we have the Allies on this hill, which is particularly good for them, because now they can shoot from one hill to the other. Let's see, this side of the Germans, are they taking any? Oh yes, they are taking a lot of casualties, which is good. We also see a lot of Allies in the distance coming from the beachhead. Unfortunately, they might drown in this pool of blood. We can see a lot of dead units over here, a lot of dead soldiers. They are trying to go over the pool of blood. Oh my god, that's a big wave of blood. The pool of blood is going downhill. Oh my god, the Germans have pushed back the Allies on this hill. Fortunately, we can still see a lot of the Allied units pushing, but that's not good news for them, because even though they have the numbers here, the Germans have two sides of the hill. In the meantime, let's see what's happening in the middle. We have Allies pushing, they are mingling, almost hand-to-hand combat with the Germans. Look at that view. Look at the millions of troops on the beach. We have the German soldiers. We have artillery from the final group shooting. We have the tanks in reserve. As soon as the Allies will push back the Germans, the German Panzers will receive the order to counterattack, trying to mitigate the numbers. As it seems, the Germans still hold strong, especially on top of the hills. Over here the situation is a little bit better for the Allies. They are taking the hill. They destroyed the artillery, no more artillery. There's a few pieces left in the valley, but they were wrongly placed by the Germans. They won't be able to shoot up. We will see this happening, the artillery pieces being destroyed by the Allies in a minute. The German units are going down rather fast. They are being decimated by the Allied units. complete and total annihilation of the Germans on this part by the Allied unit. We see artillery pieces disappearing. We have the Allies attacking them. This is really good news for the Allies because they will be able to take this passage and flank the German unit. Even though they still take some damage from the artillery pieces, in a few minutes all of them are gonna be destroyed. The German tanks are pushing. We'll see if they will be enough to stem the tide. There's only small groups of Germans. They are going down rather fast. We have small groups of Germans still fighting. We see the German tanks, the Panzers. Unfortunately, even if they are taking shots, oh my god, they were destroyed. They are taking down some of the Allied units, but oh my god, they are going down so fast. There must be some magic bullets in those guns. We'll see if these elite troops are gonna be able to push back the Allies. We can see they take a lot of damage before going down. They are going down, but they do take a lot of damage. Meanwhile, the Allies are going down like flies. 35,000 left on the German side with 500,000 on the German side. We can see the German elite troops trying to push back the Allies, but they are being overwhelmed by the Allies. I think their end is close. $1,000 left with 200,000 Allies. We can say for sure the Allies won this battle, but at what cost? More than 2.5 million soldiers died. We have 5 more units left. Just 2 more, 1 more, and the Allies have won. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you liked it. Let me know in the comments down below any ideas for future scenarios. Peace out. Love you. With